100%.
Yeah.
Like, it's so genuine and heartfelt. Like, there's nothing fake about it.
Well,
Like,
you
I
love different kinds of
genuinely
people.
love people.
You're really
Totally. No, 100%.
Again, open.
I have a lot of, like, my whole life I've been filled with a lot of strangers. Like, I love talking to, like, random people on the street. There was an old man, actually, that was, like, my last guardian angel that I had that lived right across the street from me. He was in a wheelchair. And every day I would get home and he'd be sitting in his wheelchair facing my living room. And he'd have these, like, feminine sunglasses on. They were, like, cat eye sunglasses. And he was, like, probably, like, in his late 80s. And I would walk across the street and I would sit next to him. And we would just talk about his life. And then we would walk down to the end of the block and back. And I did that for 2 years with him. And I love that shit. That's like kind of like what gets me
Well,
off.
look at your experience from Bali. What did you bring back for your highlight from Bali?
Made Kuduk.
What a
No, I
beautiful
love
beach,
people.
what a
I love
beautiful
people.
whatever.
No, I love
You
people.
made connections
It's
with
true.
this
I
man.
love people. I really get.
Like, that's-
Yeah.
No,
No, it's like, are you kidding? It's like
you
the
are.
best thing
You
in the
are
world.
You are a
connector.
connector.
Yeah.
You should read
That's a
that.
good word.
actually.
Very few people like that. But people do remember birthdays. And even though, you know.
My grandma's like that.
Is that your word for Selena then? Connector?
I think connector is a great word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, EK.
They make things, they
Lay
make
it
things
on
happen.
me.
Super powerful in people's.
So my word has changed a few times.
In the course of this
Over the
dinner.
course of the last half hour. I think I've landed on comfortable. Being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable in your own body.
That's good, yeah.
And it relates to my story that also changed over the last half hour. But the most relevant story, I think, is before you, the most comfortable person in his own skin that I ever knew was Renee.
Oh.
He'll do anything, like we've been joking
Dare
about.
him.
He'll drink a fucking double shot of siracha, like no problem. Like, he knows who he is. He's super confident.
You need to eat
He
58.
exudes that. He just is. He just goes. He just does. And during the first few weeks when we first lived here, he was sort of, he had broken up with his
Right.
girlfriend before,
Yeah.
and he was seeing some people, and then he tells me about this woman that he met over OkCupid, and he's been talking to her for like 6 hours every night for the last 2 weeks or whatever. Hasn't met her in person yet. And I remember the day, I think it was the day before your first date, and just how fucking nervous he was. Like, I had never seen him like that. So, to be so comfortable to disarm someone else who, is equally, I think, as confident and comfortable, it was something to see. So.
Great story.
I'll drink to
What
that.
is your, how do you know Renee? What's your relationship?
Oh,
I don't know.
I know, me too.
I
I need to go.
got
I gotta drink.
Yes, EK.
You guys are best friends from